Hey guys, welcome back. Dono here. In this video I'm going to tell you guys or show you guys on how to be your own paintball marker tech. Now, in this video I'm actually going to show you a few things that you will definitely need, a few things I definitely recommend, and in this we're actually going to discuss on what it requires to be a paintball marker tech. I do apologize, I might say gun a few times. The correct term is paintball marker, and it is not paintball gun. I will be doing a separate video on why I call it paintball marker instead of paintball gun. It's just for more law reasons than anything else. Anyway, so to be a paintball marker tech, you actually have to go through a few seminars and pretty much figure out different styles and different ways of a paintball marker, such as the Bob Long G6R, the Tippmann A5, Planet Eclipse ETHA. You know, between the spool, a poppet, blowback, all sorts of markers, of different types of markers, depending on the player's way of play. Such as myself, I can go either poppet or spool. Not so much into woods ball anymore. When I first started playing, yes, I was into woods ball, but now I'm, as you know, more into the Bob Long, the die, and also into Empire. My nose was really itchy. Okay, so let's get started. So in this video, yeah, like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys a few things. This is also all the things I also bring on to the paintball field, just to help other people out and help myself out, and you know, try to get everyone out and playing. Now, the question is, am I a paintball marker tech? Hell no, I am not. I am definitely not a marker tech. I do research. That's all I really do. To be honest, my research is buying a marker off Kijiji or, you know, a Facebook BST, and especially broken ones. I love fixing broken markers, and I will buy those markers, fix them up, and then sell them for even more than I actually bought them. That's how when I get a profit out of it. However, I will be doing another video on like a buyer beware kind of thing. So that'll be for a different video. That being said, so am I a paintball tech? Not even close. You know, there's people that can. I'm going to show you guys. This is, of course, my G6R. My M2 is in resting, and so is my Reptile. So my G6R. There's people out there that can tell me, you know, right here where the poppet is X amount of pressure PSI going into right near the ram, or however it works. I have no clue how this thing works. I've had this thing for 2 years. I have no clue how it works. All I can really tell you is that my LPR is, I don't know, say 70 PSI. My HBR is 150 PSI. That's all I can really tell you about the marker. As for what lube to put on it, that's for you guys to research. I've done my research on this marker. I know everything I need to know about this marker. I've also done research on the Mini because I love the Mini. Even the Mini GS, the first gen, the third gen, whichever. I've done research on, say, the Dangerous Power G5. You know, that's another story and a half. But the whole entire point of this is just things that you should bring to the field for, you know, marker maintenance. So, holy crap, my nose is itchy. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with batteries. So the batteries I mainly bring are AA, especially Duracell. Duracell is probably the only ones I actually use. So AA, and then 9 volt. So with the batteries I use, why I use them is my G6R, my Reptile, The Mini GS that I sold, they required the 9 volt. As for my new M2, it doesn't require a battery because the battery cannot come out of the M2. That I know of yet. With the AA, my R2 and my regular rotor, they take AA. So is the Z2. I'm pretty sure the Spire does as well. See? I don't know what the Spire takes because I haven't bought it yet. Okay, so another thing, batteries we need, of course. Unless you're running a mechanical gun like the BT4 or the A5 or such markers like that. Another thing to definitely bring are Allen keys. This is the set that comes with my M2. This is the set I usually use. I have like a whole entire I have an entire tray of just things I bring. So here's another set of Allen key. Hang on. I'll show you guys. Let's grab a big one. So here's the Allen key I have. I'm going to be looking at my phone just to see what you guys can see. So hopefully you guys can see that. This is the Allen key I usually use. These are the ball joint Allen keys. They're even a little bit better because you can actually get more flexible, as this one is more stationary on the screw. So in order to be your Paintball Tech, these are more essential than the actual bigger ones. Okay, so Allen keys. As many Allen keys, not as many Allen keys as you can carry, but as many Allen keys as you really need. Usual paintball manuals will have what Allen keys you actually need. So whichever ones you guys require, any that you recommend for you to have. I have all sorts. I have about 3-4 sets. So that's just variety. Even if I have doubles, then it's just variety. Another thing I bring, absolutely bring, is lubricant. Lubricant for all your markers. I own 3 markers now. I use DAO55 for the G6R because that is what is recommended. That is what I researched on, that DAO55 is actually the best to use on a Bob-Long G6R. I also use the Planet Eclipse silicone lubricant. I used to use this on the Mini. It worked fantastic. G6R worked fantastic. DAO33 that I keep on in a syringe. This is actually what I use on a Reptile or even my G6R. Works fantastic. Tech T Gun Swab works fantastic. So really, even Monkey Poo that people recommended. I haven't tried it yet, but I hear great things about it. The Sleek, the Dye Slick Lube, I haven't even used yet. You know, people have their own personal preference on lube on their markers. Once again, do research on it before you even buy it and see what you can hear about it. Okay, next thing. So lube is done. I have all sorts of syringes of lube. I have tubs of lube that I bring with me onto the field every single time, or at least where I'm going to be playing. So, yeah, it's just to show you what I mean. Bob-Long Secret Sauce. I have the original syringe here, but this one was actually not that good. So now I put it in here. Sorry, just cleaning up a little bit. So lube, yes, definitely is a big thing. Another thing to bring that I always bring is a knife. As you guys saw in the unboxing of the M2 and the R2, I have a knife. Do I use it as a weapon? No. Is it real? Yes. Is it meant for a weapon? No. It is used more as a tool than anything than a weapon. I bought this at a surplus store. Why do I use it? I use it for when I'm opening boxes for the paint. I just use this just to open up the box and open up the bag so I can actually be quicker on filling up paint. That's the only reason why I bring a knife. Other than that, it is out of public view. It is always kept in a bag. The only time it's actually out is when I'm actually cutting the paintball bag or the paintball box to get into the paintballs. Okay, so moving on. Another thing I actually bring is just a little set of screwdriver set, sorry. So here in this thing I have all sorts. I have different Allen key sets. I have hex screws, flatheads, different sizes of flatheads, Phillips, Robinsons. Not even sure if I'm saying that right, but you know, I have all sorts. And then, you know, I have bigger ones, longer ones. Something else I usually bring is just a set of pliers, just in case. I can't even count on how many times I've actually had to use these things. I just bring them just in case. Especially needle nose pliers, they are pretty good. Another thing I bring is, actually right here, is a wrench. Why a wrench? Because people actually come up to me, because I work at a dive shop. People come up to me and be like, "Hey, can you, can you get my tank hydroed? It's almost overdue. It's about 1 month left." This is actually something I use to undo the valve, which I'll actually show you into a different video. Another thing I bring is, with my G6R and my Reptile, I need a pressure tester. The M2 actually comes with a pressure tester inside the own marker itself. So with this one, I actually bought the Bob Long pressure tester, or is it Tech T? I cannot remember, to be honest. And what I did is I took off the original gauges and put on these big ones from Princess Auto, which cost about, I think, $50 for the whole set. And I can do a whole entire video on that if you guys really want me to. I did the same thing with my Reptile pressure tester, but pretty much what I did was took out the gauges, put in a, I think it was a 1/8 to a 1/4 adapter, and then put on the gauges itself. So one is 200 psi, one is 300 psi, one's for low pressure, one's for high pressure. So that's something I always bring, just in case someone else has a G6R or someone else has a Reptile or a Victory type of marker, that they can use it and borrow off me. There's actually a whole bunch of stuff I still have. Toothbrushes to scrub away any debris that may be maybe outside the marker or inside the marker, just to get a little bit of dirt out, just to scrub away at that small stuff. I have a little Loctite, haven't even used it yet, but just in case, I still have it. Q-tips, these are actually a big thing, just in case you, want to rub, pardon me, just in case you want to use it for lube and put it on the O-rings instead of your fingers. Completely your choice. Microfiber cloth, I always have a few of these, maybe about 5, 6 of these. I always keep them clean, and I always clean them with my gear after a day of play. And then some of you guys actually may laugh at me, but dental picks. The reason why I bring dental picks is because they're also O-ring picks, and they're actually very, very handy when you're trying to get an O-ring out of a bolt. Even if it is broken or not broken, it's actually still very handy. This one's bent, but I have straight ones. So the biggest thing probably in my little tech kit is O-rings. This thing is full of different O-rings. I'm actually going to show you guys on how many different O-rings I have. Every single marker that I have ever owned or have done research on, I have kept note on what kind of O-rings and what size O-rings they are, and I went to a dive shop and bought several types of O-rings. So like this one, this is just a bunch of O-rings that I still have to sort out. It even has a mini bumper in there that I can see. Let's see, this is a set of 12 O-rings. That's what size they are. Size of 13, which are a little bit bigger. Size of 15, which are a little bit bigger. Size of 20, which are a little bit bigger. Base bed. Size of 16, which are a little bit bigger. Size of 10, which I've been using on tank valves lately. Size of 14, which are actually the ones that go onto, I believe they actually go onto the valve of the tank, which screws into the ASA. So having 14s is actually a big thing, because sometimes those tank valve O-rings can actually blow, and they can be very handy. I have a ton and a ton and a ton of 11s, and I have a few size 18. So yes, O-rings are a huge part of it. What else is there? I'll be doing another video on this as well, but this is actually just me mentioning it. But I have these donuts, which Bob Long calls, and you may, if you watch the maintenance video of the Reptile Vis with the VCOM engine and the Vis engine, you'll notice that there's these little donuts that Bob Long calls donuts, and I keep 4 of these, and they're about 20 bucks each. Trying to get this out. I even have burst discs for tanks, just in case a burst disc may blew. Or may have blown, I guess is the right term. I even have a fill nipple for a tank. More toothpicks, or yeah, gum picks, I guess, just for debris, just like the toothbrush. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I have almost everything. Does that make me a tech? No. What makes you an actual tech is the knowledge of different markers. Do you have to know every single marker out there? No, you don't. I've owned many markers. I can list in this whole entire book on every single marker I've owned. Have I owned every single marker? No. I've owned maybe 10, 12 minis, including the mini GS. I've owned the Reptile. I've owned the VCOM. I've owned 2 BT4s. Actually, no, more than 2 BT4s. I've owned 2 TM7s, Proto Reflex Rail, G5s, G4s, E1s, FX. I mean, I've owned many of these markers. I've played with many markers. Have I put 10 cases through each of them? No. Only markers I've actually put 10 cases through, to be honest, was my G6R, my 3rd gen mini, my mini GS I put 9, and I think that is actually about it. Those are actually the only markers I've actually been satisfied with. Now, with all these markers, the reason why I actually have a little bit of knowledge on how some of these markers or even tanks work is because I'm a scuba diver and I actually work at a dive shop. Does that make me a tech? Not even close. I'm sure there's actually some of you guys out there that can actually teach me a few things, and I would actually love to learn about them. If you guys can send me videos of links of anything I can learn, even if you guys think I can learn off of it, I want to know because I'm curious. So, you know, this is just me trying to be prepared. When I'm actually on the field and people are having trouble with their marker, would I actually sit out a game and take it apart and try to figure it out? Absolutely. Absolutely. I would, you know, I'd tear apart the whole entire marker just to find out that an O-ring blew. You know, I find that kind of stuff fun. So that's why I do it. There was a person, when I was at PRZ in Ontario, in Picton, he was on the opposite team. He was having trouble with his mini. I was playing with my M2. I even have a video of it on my computer. and he was having trouble with his Mini, and I offered him, hey, do you want me to take a look at it? I've owned a few Minis. I'll try to take it apart and I'll try to fix it. And he's like, you don't have to do that. Like, you're on the opposite team. I'm just like, I don't care. I'm not here to go and compete against you. I'm here to have fun, and I want you to have fun. So that's, the reason why I bring all that stuff with me. Because I'm not a tech. I want to try to help people, and I want to be prepared to have fun. So this is basically the reason why I'm making this video. I'm not tech at all. I'm going to keep on saying that. I'm not tech at all. I'm just someone that is prepared. Can I get more prepared? Absolutely. But when I get home and I see videos of, say, Dynasty, and they're shooting Egos, LV1s, Geos, AK-47s, whatever. If I see that marker, I like the sound of it, I like how it looks and how it operates, I'll look into it. I will try to, take notes on different O-rings, some problems that they have, what they are famous for, such as the FX I used to have. Every single time I popped that ASA, the O-ring right in the ASA would actually blow. So I memorize on what size that is, just so next time I'm on the field I can help someone else, even though the FX, to me, it was just terrible. So I hope you guys can actually kind of realize, oh, another thing too. So apparently as a paintball tech, you actually have to go through seminars. Why the hell do you have to go through seminars to be a paintball tech? Diving, I fully understand going through seminars to actually learn about this, because, as a diver, it's you're about 100 feet underwater, some days. You can be 60 feet underwater. You can be 10 feet underwater. You can still actually die from equipment failure. Not to scare you guys away from diving. Diving is actually a great sport. I love diving. But being a tech in diving is completely different from being a tech in paintball. Do I know more in paintball than I do with diving? I don't know. I can learn a lot more about diving. But, do you have to go and learn about everything to be a paintball tech? No. Just go home, go on the computer, go on your phone, and just do research on markers that you actually like. Like, there's no... I haven't memorized every marker yet. I don't know every single marker. Like, I've never owned a Planet Eclipse marker. I'd like to look into it, but I haven't owned one yet. So, I also pretty much know nothing about the Planet Eclipse markers. I know a little bit about Bob Long, blah blah. I know a little bit about Bob Long. I know a little bit about minis. I know a little bit about Dangerous Power, so on and so forth. Do I know everything about them? No. Can I tune them? Tuning is more on personal preference, really. So, in this video, that's all I really have to say. If there's a part 2 about this, then there's a part 2. Thank you guys very much for watching. I know it's been a long video, so I just wanted to say have a great day. Thank you very much for watching, and stay safe out there. Bye.